Hi everybody, so I'm back to give another update on my open heart surgery, to share my story, to give inspiration, tips, and just to have, I guess, another heart surgery vlog. So, as some of you guys know and can see from our previous videos and Instagram posts, I underwent open heart surgery for pulmonary valve replacement on September 10th. And today is October 5th. It's a Monday. And so I'm almost one full month out of surgery. I feel really great. 10 days post surgery, I had my 2 follow-up appointments. I guess on the 20th and on the 21st, one at my doctor and then the other at Children's Hospital where I actually had the surgery, and they both went really well. X-rays and echoes, EKGs all look good. So I got really good news on those appointments. So before I jump too much into everything like that, I don't want to spend too much time rambling, but I do want to say hi to my heart sister Tara, and she actually has a video that I will link below called Tara's Recovery from Open Heart Surgery, and she actually posted this video April 28th of 2013, but I found this video probably a month before my surgery, and the video just gave me great insight on what to expect right after surgery, how it's going to sort of look for me. And I wrote to her, she wrote me back, and we just started to go back and forth. She sent me so much love and so much support. She prayed for me, and she's just, I feel like, a great friend. And hi Tara, I know you watched my other videos, so hi, and thank you so much for all of your support. It means so much to me, and you have helped me tremendously. So I'm gonna stop looking at myself and start looking in the lens, because I know I need to do that. Actually, my girl told me that on my last video too. So, okay, so anyway, just like Tara gave me inspiration, I want to share my story and give tips, suggestions, and hopefully I can inspire people who are about to undergo heart surgery, help their family members, like, the videos that I found help my family, and everything like that. So, okay, I'll just start with leading up to my surgery. I didn't tell many people at all because I was very stressed and nervous about the surgery. As I said in the post, I prayed a lot, and the closer to my surgery, a lot of that stress and worry and fear did sort of go away. However, it still can creep in, and sometimes your faith does fail you, and you have these thoughts like, oh, what if something horrible happens to me? What if they put me to sleep, you never wake up? All of those thoughts, all of those horror stories, come to mind. What if this happens to me? But I just stayed positive and kept, my family were and continues to always be positive and great supports for me. So anyway, right before my surgery, like I said, I didn't tell many people, but closer to it, I did start to tell, like, extended family members and, in-laws, everything like that. I had Lori tell people, and just to get more prayers going up for me and everything. But I really didn't do that until after Liam's first birthday, because we had his party on August 1st, and his actual birthday was August 4th. So I just really started telling people other than my immediate family, like, after that day. So, with that being said, we told a neighbor, and she was just like so sweet, and she cooked us like 2 or 3 meals the night before my surgery. Or the night before my surgery, she cooked the meal, and then when I was hospitalized, she cooked the meal. So it is good to tell people, because you will get, great people who care about you, who may have been there in the past, and they do want to help you. So I'm like so glad that I shared that with her, because that was like huge for us, and it helped us a lot. What are some other tips? Before surgery, I had, pre-op appointments at my cardiologist as well at the hospital. I met with the surgeon 2 weeks before my surgery, as well as the day before my surgery. And they usually don't do the 2 weeks out. That's something that I sort of requested, and that they did, you know, I guess accommodate me. And I met with him because I just had a lot of questions. And I'm like, he's going to be cutting me, operating on my heart. I would like to talk to him, know his credentials. And of course, I Googled him once I got his name, and I, you know, read his, I guess, bio, his history and everything. And he was a great surgeon. He was highly recommended. He does a bunch of open heart surgeries on a weekly basis. And so, you know, I felt extremely safe in his hands, and I really trusted him. But it was really good just to meet him and talk to him, and to see that, you know, he had knew my heart history. He had looked at my x-rays, my MRI reports, and he knew what had to be done, and he could speak specifically to my case. And so that just really gave me another comfort level. So, yeah, you got to get blood work done, urine test, all that right before surgery. The night before my surgery, you cannot eat. They told me after midnight, and so I stopped eating around 10. And then, because I just didn't have the biggest appetite because I was, you know, nervous and stressed. And then, what else did they say? You can't drink, you know, any juice or whatever, or fluid, between 12 and 4 o'clock. If you do drink, it has to be clear liquids, and then nothing after 4 a.m. And so, of course, that's what I did. I think I stopped drinking water around midnight. So that was night before surgery. Also, they give you wipes. They look similar to this. These are like the hospital wipes that I took that I, you know, didn't need. 'Cause of course, when you get home, you shower. But I got the wipes. They gave me like 3 packs. It depends on your weight, how many packs you're going to need. They look like this one. It's in a purple package. And so after you shower, you don't put on any lotion, and you wipe your body down with the wipes. And here from like neck to ankle, you wipe your whole body down. And then you go to sleep, and you wake up and go have your surgery. So in my house, of course, Larry and Liam slept here, my oldest sister, and then my mother slept over as well. My other older sister, who has 2 babies, of course, she slept at her house, but she met us at the hospital along with my father. And my older sister is like, my older sister, Nicole, is usually late when she comes to places, but the day of my surgery, she was the first one there. And so we just think that's like a funny story, because she got there before everybody. So we were running like a couple of minutes late. I was supposed to be there at 7. I think we pulled up at like 7:03 or whatever, because, you know, we were going into DC from PG County, and we did hit some traffic. So we did get there in great time, and we met with concierge, and she gave my family like just some free cafeteria vouchers, and told them like I got a wristband, and I found out like this is my number, and it's like a screen that tells you where you're at in surgery. Like, you know, surgery is happening, out of surgery is like a flight screen, sort of like when you go to the airport and you you know, see everything on the screen. They had one of those up. And then they also gave my family a beeper, and the beeper just basically sends them reports during surgery, like, you know, they just cut me open, I'm on respirator, like they're breathing for me, they're out of surgery, and the surgeon's coming out to meet you. So it sent them reports during my surgery. So yeah, that was like the morning of surgery. I met with the anesthesiologist again, because I met with them the day before surgery. And then I went back, and, you know, I wiped down with the wipes again. You gotta wipe down with these again when you get there. And I got in the hospital gown, and I got my IV in. I had personal time with all of my family members individually, and then you know, 2 at a time. You can only get 2 at a time. And Larry and I had some alone time together. We prayed together, and I was like really strong. Like, me, my mom, and my sisters, we got together, my mother and my 2 sisters, and we cried for a little bit. But it was just like talking, oh, you're gonna be okay, and then like the tears began to flow, because I think my mother started it, and then I started, and then my older sister Yuri started. Nicole was just like, you guys gotta stop. He just gonna be fine, and she's only gonna get even better after. She's already fine, and she's only gonna get better after this. So we just had our moment, but for the most part, you know, we all stayed strong. And not saying if you cry you're not strong, but we just really didn't want to go down that road because, you know, sometimes when you do go down that road and the floodgates open, you get to crying, you just really go there. So once all my family left and Larry left, I was finally alone. It was 8:45. My surgery was supposed to start at 8:30, and I started to cry because I was alone, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's really happening. And they had gave me some type of medication in my IV, and I just remember they started to roll me back, and remember being in the room where they were going to do the surgery. And from then it gets a little cloudy. It seemed like it was 100 people in that room. It was a lot of people with the caps on and the mask on their face. And this one man with a mask on his face looked to me and said, "Can you move over to this bed?" And I said, "Yeah, I can move." And so I scooted over from one bed to the other, and I looked back, and it was like a gel pillow. It was like a circle. And he said, "Lay back on that." So I laid my head back, and that's the last thing I remember. And it's like, that's so weird because I know what they gave me in the IV, they said that was just going to relax me, but I don't know what they gave me, but it really put me to sleep. So next thing I know, I woke up in ICU, and my mother and Larry were there talking to me. So okay guys, I'm going to end the video here, and I will pick up in the next video to speak about my ICU, the step down unit, and as well as more tips on how to prepare before your open heart surgery. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you.